Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm going to try my best to save this hat. This is a Clark County Fire Department hat. It's a real hat, and it belonged to somebody who I cared about very deeply. Unfortunately, they are no longer with us. I won't really elaborate much further. It's a private matter. But there was this hat that he left behind, and I don't know if there was something sitting on it or what, but the brim of this hat has a really horrible bend right in the center. You're going to be able to see that throughout the video. I apologize for the steam that's shooting up into the camera. I didn't realize it'd be that dramatic. But you can clearly see what I am doing. I'm using a small Conair uh, steamer, and I'm steaming all around the brim of the hat, and I bend it back and forth very carefully. I use all my fingers on both sides, and of course I am wearing a glove. See how I am kind of like beating the hat, or manipulating the hat with both fingers, pushing them and using them to help move it in the direction that I want it to. It's very controlled. I'm very careful, very methodical when doing this. I use this steamer for other projects relating to creating puppets, but I can use it to rescue hats as well. So if you have a bend going in a certain direction, you want to use your thumbs, press down against it, and then manipulate the brim of the hat in both directions. And that hat's going to become, or that bend is going to become unnoticeable in real time as you're doing this. But there are going to be some other tools necessary to get this done properly. Once again, I apologize for the steam that is shooting up into my Elgato face cam. Yikes. However, you can still see what I am doing. See how I'm manipulating the brim of the hat. The amount of steam that I'm using, it's not going to hurt the hat. You're not going to damage it. You're not going to break anything. It's not going to fall apart. If it's high quality, if it's made in the U.S., yada yada yada, you're going to be okay. Hats get bent all the time. Hats can get damaged all the time, and fortunately, in most cases, they are easily repairable, and there's a lot of things that you can do to care for your hats. This hat is obviously it wasn't mine originally. It is now, and I care a lot about this, and it's really important to me that the hat is rescued. So usually I can probably repair 2 hats with the amount of water that I can put in this Conair little personal handheld mobile steamer thingy. But I'm gonna just dump all the water that I have in there onto this hat, and again, you can see that dramatic bend. You can see that dramatic bend in this hat, and again, I'm just moving it back and forth. It's like giving it an aggressive massage, and I have to emphasize once again that the gloves are absolutely necessary. This is very hot steam. You're turning a liquid into a gas, essentially, and and it's very hot, very dangerous. I've burned myself with these pretty badly before. So yeah, once again, um, just look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing here. You can have it setting up, and then you can just press the brim of the hat up against the steamer. That works really well. Yeah, I'm hitting the whole thing. I'm not just hitting the spots where there's bends or where there's kinks in the hat. I'm steaming all of it. However, the areas that are the most problematic, obviously you want to put a little bit more you want to place a little bit more emphasis on those problematic spots. And again, I'm not doing anything crazy. Anybody can do this. You can get any pair of gloves to protect yourself from the dangers of steam. And yeah, I do have this rolling tool that I wanted to get, but I was too lazy to look for it. And by the way, you want to use steam. You don't want to use any other method because you could damage the hat. I've seen people try to use like heat guns. Yeah, fabric and heat guns are not friends. Do not do that under any circumstance. Okay. So yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, in case I forgot, I'm gonna throw up a link, I'm gonna throw up a picture of the Conair steamer that I'm using. This is a personal handheld traveling steamer. This is really great for small projects like repairing your beloved hats, or working on puppetry. Sometimes I need to steam out folds that are not really dramatic, and I'll just use this. And I'm like, hey, well, I have these hats, and most of my hats are in really good condition, but this one wasn't. So I'm just doing this quick video. It's late at night. I'm bored. And I'm just like, I probably should film this. This could be fun. I didn't realize it'd be so much steam on the darn screen, though, on the on the lens of this Elgato face cam. Oh goodness, I'm silly. All right, so we're pretty much done here. I exhausted all the steam that was inside this little thing. So now I'm going to use this hat reshaping tool. Before I start handling it with the back of my hand, I tested the hat first, the heat, to make sure I'm not going to burn myself. And it should be cool right away. So I wanted to use the biggest side first to start reshaping this hat in the way that I'd like. But I decided against it. I didn't really like it. I think if you're trying to preserve a hat and it had a really dramatic, very blatant kink in the center of the brim, I'm going to go ahead and use the more dramatic size to reshape this. So it's going to look a little bit more folded. It's going to look almost like a half of a Pringle chip. And, I'm just, once again, just placing a little bit of pressure right where I thought that bend was, or where that bend used to be. And, yeah, I'm just going to use this reshaping tool. I'm going to place a few of them there, and, you're pretty much good to go. I don't really think you need 3, but I'm going to go ahead and just have 3/8 anyways. Don't be concerned about the dramatic shape that it's in. It's gonna go back to the normal size, but it will be even. It'll that bend, that kink in the center, it's gonna be gone, you guys. It's gonna be gone. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out.